All right, guys, well, I am just popping on for an impromptu last Halloween project of the year. It's the last day of the month tomorrow, and I thought that I would show this cute, sweet Halloween card using some fun products. So this is Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me. If you don't get the opportunity to see this live, that's okay. I'll have this up on my blog, and I am going to go back to posting my Facebook Lives on YouTube. I didn't do it for a few weeks, but I'm going to go back to doing that. So I've got this sweet card, but I wanted to get on here to talk to you about my brand new Halloween special. I just announced it a little bit earlier today. So it goes through today through tomorrow. And what it is if you spend between now and the tomorrow evening at the end of, I think it's 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time, if you place an order in my online store of $75 or more, you are able to pick either the silver foil edged note cards and envelopes, or the gold foil edge note cards and envelopes. So that is, you will receive these for free. So you can see these. It comes with the really pretty envelope and then the pretty note card, and you get 40. Holy moly! I didn't realize there was that many. You're getting 40 cards in one of these packs. So what an awesome, awesome deal. So like I said, if you spend $75 or more between now and tomorrow night, I will list the hostess code on the Facebook post. But if you go over to iStampin.com, all the details are there right now. I have the hostess code listed there. So like I said, you'll get one of these. You'll choose either the silver or the gold for free. And then if your order is $150 or more before tax and shipping, don't use that host code, but you will get, you'll still get to select either the gold or silver note cards. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to need one of these. We're going to use the silver. And so I just wanted to use this cauldron bubble set one more time. I went ahead and stamped on the inside. So it says bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, and then I just stamped Happy Halloween. But I used the designer series paper and the framelits to die cut out these precious images. And then I used 2 of our Stampin' Blends to color in the pearls to give the cauldron some fun little, supposed to be bubbles coming up out of there. And I was able to match the colors from the designer series paper. And then I just layered a couple of papers together and then tied the little spider trinket with some black solid baker's twine. So I thought y'all would enjoy this project. So let me go ahead and show you everything that you're gonna need. So you'll get these for free if you choose the silver. You'll also need the designer series paper from Toil and Trouble. So what you're going to need is a piece. This is the polka dot paper on the back side. It has one of the cauldrons. So actually, even if you wanted to, you could actually die cut this out and then still use it, because it would be covered up with the Whisper white cardstock. So that's a great way to save on some designer series paper. But anyway, so this actually measures 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. So you'll need to cut that down. And then you're going to need a piece of Whisper white cardstock, and this measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. You will need your cauldron framelits along with, I went ahead and just cut a strip of the paper because I'm going to die cut the kitty cat out also. And then I just hand cut from the designer series paper with the kitties on the back, this image, because that's the one that matches the framelit. And so here are the 3 framelits that you'll need from the cauldron framelit dies. So then we're also going to need the dark Old Olive Stampin' Blend and then the dark Mango Melody along with the pearls. That's what we're going to be using to color these in. I'm using Memento Tuxedo ink to stamp the greeting on the inside. And I just cut a sliver of pumpkin pie cardstock and then just got a scrap of this. This is from the Toil and Trouble Designer Series paper also. You can see it has the cute little ghosts on the other side. This measures about 3/4 of an inch, and I'm just going to cut this down, just freehand it. But I am going to notch it using the Tailor Tag Punch. Of course, you can always do that freehand as well, but if you follow me, you know I don't do that very well. I'm going to be using the solid black baker's twine along with my spider trinkets right there. And then for adhesive, I'm using a combination of snail, glue dots, and then some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I think that's it. So why don't we get started? And I hope everybody is excited for Halloween tomorrow and is excited about this special that I have. These are really, really pretty cards, so it's a great deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our die cutting first. Let's get that out of the way. So let me get my Big Shot. And I apologize when I do the die cutting on my table. It is a little shaky, so just bear with me. And so what I'm doing here is I am just lining up the framelit to match the witch. And I love that we have these framelits that match the Designer Series paper now. I'm so glad Stampin' Up! Listened to us. Okay. And it's really easy to line that up with the magnetic platform. See how precious that is when you just, it die cuts it out perfectly. Okay. So now I'm going to get the strip with the cauldron and the cat, and I'm just going to die cut one out at a time. I probably could do both at once, but I kind of like to be sure that this works. And sometimes our plates, you have to flip them over. The framelit gets a little jumpy, and that's just because the plate's getting worn out. I really need to order some new plates. Okay, so I'm just getting that closer. And tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 o'clock Eastern, is my normal weekly I Stampin' Live. So I'll be doing a fun project tomorrow. So I would love for you to join me then if you haven't ever had the opportunity to see that live. Just tear this off really quick. Okay, and now I'm going to come in with the cat. I showed a picture of the kittens on my Facebook page today. Oh my gosh, Lottie and Josie are just the funniest things. I mean, they truly are the best free entertainment. They just run around and scare each other, and it's just so funny. Okay, so I am done with the Big Shot, and we can actually start building our card. So let me get my note card in. And so this is a regular A5 size card, so it's 5.5 by 4.25 when you fold it. And I just wanted this just to kind of just lay right here in the center with a thin white border on the outside. I'm just going to adhere this with Snail. And if you would like to know more about what's going to be happening next month, I've got some, if you're local to the Jacksonville area, I have some fun classes next month. I do 3 classes around the city. I do 1 down in St. Augustine, 1 at my house, and then 1 is a brand new location at the town center, the Hobby Lobby at the town center. So I would love for you to join me there if you are local, if you're watching this. But if you're not local, of course, you can see what's going on. I do have some stamp clubs. I've got a couple more spots left. And I'd love to have that one start in November. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me and I'll give you more information on that. It's really fun. You receive the Hostess rewards one time in a 6-month period. And you only have to commit to $25 a month. So it's a great way to build up your stamping supplies in an economical way, especially with Christmas coming around. Perfect time to get some Christmas gifts or other holiday gifts. Okay, so there we go. So I just put that up on dimensionals. And now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put on our little die cuts. And I just laid them flat because we are going to have quite a bit of dimension with the pearls when I add those on. So I'm just going to use a little bit of snail. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them there in the chat box and I will answer them. If I don't see them immediately, I'll look through before I sign off and answer any questions that you may have. Put that down here. Now the matching stamp set that you see here has the exact same images, so you could color these in if you wanted to. I just used the designer series paper just because it was like really easy, especially if you're needing to make some quick Halloween cards by tomorrow. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is bring in my pearls, and I'm just going to use the pin end. Now the yellow may not show up very well over the video because it's pretty light. But with this alcohol marker, the ink dries pretty quickly. I don't know, can you see that? See how that changes colors? And I'm using the brush end. We do have 2 ends. This is the pin end. I found that the brush end, the ink goes on a little bit more even. And then I'm going to do, whoops, let me use the other end. I'm going to do 1 small pearl and old olive and then 2 of the larger ones. And this, you know, you can do this with any of the pearls, and you can do this also with our clear rhinestones. So you can make these any color that you want, which is so cool. Okay, and I'll bring this up to y'all a little bit closer so you can see that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I like to choose a product every week and kind of highlight it. So I have I've chosen to highlight the Take Your Pick tool. This is a brand new tool that's in the holiday catalog. It's 5 tools in 1. So this is, if you haven't seen this before, this is like a little putty tool that you can pick up, like you can pick up little items like this or sequins. So this is really, really nice. This is a paper piercer. And if you undo it and flip it over, we have a cute little spatula. And then the other end is a stylus. So it's the large and small size of a stylus. So I'm going to go ahead and use the paper piercer point, the tool, and I'm just going to place these pearls, oops, to look like bubbles. And let's see here. I'm never super good at putting these on, but we'll see how this works. Put one up here and one more down here. Well, that's not too bad. I like that better than the first one that I did. Okay, so anyway, this is $10. And I've really been telling people this is a great stocking stuffer. I mean, if you don't do stocking stuffers, it's a great inexpensive gift. But if you like to give stocking stuffers, this would be such a great choice. And like I said, it's only $10. It's really hard to find inexpensive gifts nowadays. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is take my little strip of the designer series paper, this little scrap, and I'm just going to slide it into the tag tailor punch, the tailored tag punch, and I'm just going to notch it. And this is a really, really tiny piece of paper. I should have made it longer. Actually, I'm going to show you a trick. So whenever you have issues like that, get a scrap piece of paper and put a little bit of adhesive on it, and then put your piece of paper that you want to put in the punch, and now you've made yourself a little handle. So that's a fun little tip. I learned that years and years and years ago on YouTube, and I love to pass that on to my customers. And so then you just gently remove that, and now we have that banner. Okay, so let me get out my little paper trimmer here. I'm just going to trim off some of this. And I'm just going to adhere that right up here on the right corner. And then, like I said, I just took a sliver of, I can't tell if that's crooked or if it's the lines, but oh well. I just took a sliver of pumpkin pie cardstock, and I just angled one edge, and I'm going to go ahead and angle the other edge going in the same direction. And I'm just going to use SNAIL for this. And this is going to hang off just a little bit. And I've got it kind of on the bottom part, the lower third of the purple cardstock. Kind of angle this a little bit more. There we go. So it's going to look like that. And then I'm going to take one of our spider trinkets. And it's really handy because it has this little jump ring on it. And I'm going to use that to thread some of our basic black or solid black baker's twine. So just thread that through the jump ring. Oh my gosh. There we go. And I'm just going to tie a bow. Get the spider going the right way so that the bow will be in the front. There we go. And I do cut a little bit more than necessary, but there's nothing worse than trying to tie a bow when you didn't get enough baker's twine. So I usually cut more than what you really need, but it makes my life a lot easier. Okay, and then I'm going to use the glue dot. Where's one? There we go. And I just kind of roll it up, and then I'll just put it right here in the middle of this little pumpkin pie strip, and then I just mush the bow into the glue, like so. And then I'll just make sure that the spider's facing the right way, and then I'll just trim the tails. So the front of our card is all done. How precious is that? It's just so cute. And then let's go ahead and stamp the inside. So I've got the first stamp, and I'm using our Memento Tuxedo black ink. And that's just gonna go right up here. And then I've got Happy Halloween, same color ink, and I'm just gonna come right below that and stamp. And that's what it looks like. So what do y'all think? Do you like it? Is this just not a cute card? And you could actually, I purposefully didn't stamp anything on the front because I thought that you would be able to use this as some holiday decor next year. You could actually just slice off this part of the card and you could actually frame this with this silver foiled edge. I thought that would be really cute to, you know, put in a picture frame. You know, you may have to remove the glass just because of the dimension from the pearls and the spider. But, you know, just a really inexpensive way to, you know, give a Halloween gift as a Halloween card to somebody, but then also let them know that it could be a gift, like some Halloween decor for the following season. So I hope y'all liked that. Thank you for coming on. And don't forget that, like I was saying at the very beginning, that a Halloween special that I have from today until tomorrow night at midnight Mountain Time is spend $75 in my online store, or if you prefer to call me directly, you can, and I'll help you with your online order. But you will be able to choose the silver foiled or the gold foiled edged cards for free. And it's 42 a pack, and you do get the foiled edge envelopes. All you have to do is just spend $75, and if your order is $150 or more, don't use that host code, but you will be able to choose one of these. All right, ladies, well, I hope you liked it, and I hope you can join me tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, for my normal iStampin' Live. Bye, guys.